In this video, I'll be solving some questions which are based on algebraic expressions, identities, and some questions of linear equation. Now, let's say if I begin with the first one. The first question here, there are two parts and each of them is based on identity. So the first part says that this is what we have to find the product of this. So you just observe this part only. We are going to apply the identity of a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b multiplied by a minus b is what? This is a square minus b square. So considering this to be a and this as b, right? Don't take this sign along with this. The sign is dealt with the formula. So we just have to take this as a and this as b. So a plus b multiplied by a minus b is a square minus b square. As you know, writing a square, one square is one, and that's the reason we can simply write a square over here. Now we'll copy this part as it is. X square plus 1 by x square. Now check again. Again, we can apply the same identity, considering this whole thing as a, not only x square as a, and this whole thing as b. So you can figure out that is a minus b into it is a plus b. So once again, applying the same identity, I can say it is a square minus b square. Clearly, a square is x. A is x. So it's going to be, let me write down. This is a, right? And it's square. So that's a square minus b square. And what is b for you? It is 1 over x is x square is b. B square, that means square of this. Now, you know, x square whole square will be x raised to the power 4. Similarly, I can write the square because 1 square is 1. That's why I'll write the square over this. So the x square whole square is x power 4. So this will be the answer for the first part. The second part is also based on the same formula. Once again, I'll write it. This is a plus b multiplied by a minus b is a square minus b square. Now here I'm going to consider this as a and this whole thing as b. So this whole thing, this is b. Again, you can observe it is a plus b, a minus a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Right, so it should be what? A square minus b square. So clearly a is what? This. Its square is this. Minus what is b? B is this, and square is will be its whole square. This is x raised to the power 6 minus, as you know, 1 square is 1. So we'll write the square of this, which is x raised to the power 6. The next question is simplify this. This is based on two different identity. Let's go through the first one. Now, this question is based on the identity that is a plus b the whole square, which is what? A square plus 2 times ab plus b square. So now from the figure you can see, as from this question you can see this is our a and 5 by 2 is what? Rb. So if I plug in a as 4x 4z, so it's going to be 4z square plus b plus 2ab, right? Plus 2 times a, which is 4z, into b, which is 5 over 2, plus b square, that is 5 over 2 whole square. Now 4z, 4 square is 16. So it's going to be 16 times z square. Now we can simplify this. I'm reducing 2 and 2 get cancelled. 4 into 5 is 20. So it's 20z plus 5 square is 25 and 2 square is 4. So we'll say that on simplifying, we'll get this. Now let's see the next part. The part B, which is based on a minus b whole square identity. So let's figure out. This is going to be this whole thing shaded is a, and this whole thing shaded, ignoring the sign, right? This sign in the outside. Now we are going to first write down the identity on which it is based. Clearly, it is a minus b whole square. which is a square minus 2 times ab plus b square. Now check, this is our a, so it's replacing this a square with this. So it's going to be half x square, the whole thing, right? A square minus 2 times, as I said, this is a and this is b, 2 times a into b, which is 7 by 3. Now be careful, we are not going to take minus along with this, right? We are already placing a formula for minus. So the sign will be taken care by the formula only. So I'm going to write this as a square is written plus 2 times a into b plus b square. B is what? 7 over 3 y cube whole square. Now let's understand this once again. This is our a. So a square is this minus 2 multiplied by a is this whole thing, into b plus b square. Now next what we will do here, we'll find the square of half, which is square of half is 1 over 4. X square whole square is x power 4. Here 2 and 2 get cancelled. As you can see that this 2 and 2 get cancelled here. So we'll be left with 7 over 3. First, we always write the numeric. So minus 7 over 3 x square y cube plus 7 square is 49. 3 square is 9. And y raised to the power, y cube whole square is y raised to the power 6. So we'll say that this is the simplified form of this expression. The next question is based on linear equation in one variable. Let's do the first part. So in the first part, I'm going to simplify the numerator here. So let's say this is 2x plus 3. On opening the bracket, as you know, the sign inside will get reversed. So 5x will become minus 5x, and this one multiplied by minus. So it will be positive 7. That divided by 6x plus 11, which is equal to minus 8 over 3. These two are like terms, so I can write 7x, 2x minus, let's write down this first. 3 plus 7 is what? 10. And 2x minus 5x will be minus 3x, that whole divided by 6x plus 11 is equal to minus 8 over 3. Now what we'll do next here, we'll do cross multiplication. These two will be cross multiplied. So we'll first write, I'll do it here. You can see this is 3 times 10 minus 3x is equal to minus 8 times 6x plus 11. So applying distributive property, 3 into 10 is 30. 3 into minus 3x is minus 9x. Minus 8 into 6 is minus 48 times x, and minus 8 into minus 11 is minus 88. Next, I'm going to transpose this x to the left-hand side, so and 30 to the other side. So this is minus 9x should be on this side only. On transposing for minus 48, it should become positive 48x minus 88 as it is. And now transposing minus 30 on the other side should give you minus 30. Now for the simplification, we will solve this. 48 minus 9 should be how much? 39x. And this is going to give you how much? Minus, this is 8 and this is 11. On transposing 39 to the other side, it will be divided. So now this is not divisible by 3. This is divisible by 3 and 13. And this is also not divisible. So we'll take this as the final answer. Now in this B part, it should be solved in the same manner as we did A, part A. So same here also. First, I'll simplify the numerator. 17 into 2 is what? 34. And 17 into minus x is minus 70 and x. Minus 5 into x is minus 5x, and minus 5 into positive 12 is minus 60. That whole divided by 1 minus 7x. So I can take 8 as 8 over 1. Now some like terms. This is, if I solve these two part, this is minus 7 minus 5, right? So it's going to be minus 22x. And if I, this is 34 minus 60. So it give you how much? 26 minus 26. That whole divided by 1 minus 7x is equal to 8 over 1. Now next I'll do cross multiplication, same as I did in the previous part. So what I'll do, this two will be multiplied. So this is 8 multiplied by 1 minus 7x is equal to 1 multiplied by minus 22x minus 26. So 8 into 1 is 8 and 8 into 7 is 56. This is 1 multiplied by any number is the number itself. Now keeping x on one side, let's say if I transpose, I'll bring 26 to the left. So it becomes positive 26. And transposing minus 56x to the other side should be positive 56. This should give you how much? 34. And this is 56. 6 minus 2 is 4 and 5 minus 3. Right. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So now transposing this x to the left, it should be this 34 will be divided. So in turn, this gets reduced by 1. So x is equal to 1 should be your answer. Next question is a word problem. Let me write down this clearly. Let's see if I write it. Right. I write it over here. This is the difference between two positive. I'll read it properly. The difference between two positive integers is 50, and the ratio of these integers is 1 is to 3. So we have to find these integers. So what we can do here, we can say that let the two integers, let the two integers be, one I'll take as 3x, right? And the other as x, right? Because it is 3x and x. Or you may write in order, you may write x first and 3x. So this is what we have taken the two integers to be. Now, and where from we got this? This is because we are given. Now further it says difference between the two integers. Difference irrespective of what we have given, it is always bigger minus smaller. So I can say according to question, ATQ is the abbreviation for according to question. I can say the bigger, which is 3x minus the smaller x, should be how much? 50. Now simplifying 3x minus x is 2x is equal to 50. That stands x as 50 over 2, and that comes out to be 25. So we get x as 25. Now check here, we have to find these numbers. So one is x, so I can say that this number is 50. And the other is 3x, that means 3 times 50 is how much? What we got? No, 3 times x, and x is how much? 25. X is 25, so that comes out to be 75. So your end statement should be, therefore, the two numbers or two required number is 25 and 75. This is necessary to write in the exam, the final statement. The next question is also a word problem, so let me write this. So the question here is that the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 7 is this. Find these multiples. So here we'll be writing Since these are word problems, statements are needed. So we'll say that let the three consecutive multiples, right? See, three consecutive multiples of 7 of 7. So you know that it should be what? 7 multiplied by some number. So I'm taking as x. So it could be 7x. Then next, you should know that from the preceding one, if you add 7, you get the next multiple. And similarly, if you add 7 to the preceding, that means we have 7x as 1. 7x plus 7 is the preceding one. And if you add 7 to this, you'll get the next multiple of 7. So let me explain you this part again. So what I did here, I took the multiples of 7, right? Because multiple of 7 is what? 7 multiplied by some number. If this is the first multiple, the next multiple is obtained by adding 7 to the preceding. And similarly, the next multiple is of 7 is obtained by adding 7. For example, if I say 14 or say 21 is a multiple of 7, the next multiple of 7 can be obtained by adding 7 to this, right? Adding 7 to this, that is 28. Now, this is the idea and or the logic. Now, what I can say from according to question that their sum, the sum of these consecutive multiples is from here 777. So I can say that the first multiple of 7 given here, the second being this, the third being this, I can write this as 7x plus 7 plus 7 is equal to how much? 777. So the sum of these three is 777. Now, if I add, you can see these are like terms here. So 7x plus 7x plus 7x will give you how much? 21x. Similarly, if you add, there are 7 plus 7 plus 7. Again, it is 21. That is equal to 777. Now, what you'll do next here is to subtract. That means I'm going to transpose this 21 to the other side. So it should become 777 minus 21. So this is 21 is equal to, this will give you 756. Now later what? We are going to transpose this. So on the other side, it is 756 divided by 21. So if I divide this by 21, we are going to get 36. So we got x is equal to 36, but do not end your answer over here. We have to find each of them. So first is 7x, that means 7 multiplied by 36. So if you multiply 7 by 36, you are going to get this as 252. Once you obtain, do not plug in the value of x over here. Simply say the next has to be by adding 7 to this. So if you add 7 to this, you will get 259. And if you continue adding 7 to this, you'll get 266. You can even verify by adding these numbers whether you are getting back 777 or not. So you will get it, right? So this is what the fifth question. We'll continue this in the next video with more questions.